Hey guys, it's Michael Murray with Benzinga. I'm here with Mike Ramey of Luxury Mortgage. He's a partner over there. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Great to have you with us. So Mike's going to be telling us a little bit about Luxury Mortgage, what they do in the market, how they've progressed as a company, where they're at today, and just giving us some insights into why they're one of the best lenders out there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So Michael, we are a company founded in 1996. We are a national mortgage lender. Medium-sized company, around 300 people. Our focus really is customer service. Rates will always be competitive from lender to lender. You might see some variation. Our biggest focus right now and has always been customer service. We stay close to our clients. They're clients for life. It's not a one-time transaction. It's more of a residual transaction. Residual in the sense that if rates improve, we're going to follow up with them. We're going to give them the opportunity to refinance and take advantage of a lower rate.
So, Mike, tell us a little bit about what Luxury Mortgage highlights and gives to its clients on each and every experience to give them an excellent kind of transaction start to finish.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that we focus on is transparency. I think in our industry, you find that there's often not enough transparency. There should always be full transparency. Whether if there's good news to share, you got to share it. If there's bad news to share, you also need to share that. So that kind of stems from our focus on customer service. I think it's always important, obviously, in seeking a mortgage, is you want to get the lowest rate, and we are very competitive. And I think most lenders are competitive from a rate perspective. I think what separates lenders is customer service, transparency, and so our focus is always to be fully transparent, focus on the customer. They're not a number. There's a person behind that. There's a person looking to purchase a home. There's a person looking to refinance. We're passionate about our work. We're passionate about our clients. Customer service is the forefront of every transaction that we handle.
So, Mike, can you tell us some of the ways that the COVID-19 pandemic has affected the market? This has been a crazy year, to say the least. That's an understatement. What are some of the ways that you've seen this pandemic affect how transactions are done, the market as a whole? What have you been seeing so far?
Sure, and it's a great question because, as we know, COVID and this pandemic has affected industries across the board, and the mortgage industry is one of them. One positive thing of how the mortgage industry is reacting to the current pandemic is that rates have dipped to all-time lows. Now, the process in and of itself has been affected by the pandemic, and a couple of things I'll highlight. One is appraisals. Is that because we're so careful of not contracting the virus and protecting against it, you don't want an appraiser in your home. Fortunately, what Fannie Mae has done is recognizing the importance of safety in light of the pandemic, as they no longer require interior appraisals in most cases. Sure. And in a lot of cases also they don't require an appraisal. The other thing, the biggest thing that I think is impacted in our industry by COVID is closings. Traditionally, closings are person to person. You have a closer, a notary, a title company comes to your house, or you go to their office, you sign across the table, papers for the refinance, and you're done. That has now been limited or almost eliminated, where there's really no more in-person closings. Strategic ways such that the documents can be dropped at a borrower's home, they can sign them, and then the title company can come back and pick them up. So really doing our best, and not just us as Luxury Mortgage, but industry-wide has done a great job in trying to help prevent the spread by limiting in-person conduct throughout the transaction.
Very insightful. Now, have you seen anything possibly negatively impacted by those changes or positively impacted by those changes? Have you seen anything kind of have an advantage or a disadvantage based on how we've had to change to handle safety?
Yeah, I think it's a good point. I think our industry has done a really good job. I don't see the pandemic really negatively impacting the process per se. The one thing you do see is that, unfortunately, as a result of the pandemic, many people are out of work. Many businesses are shut down. Consequently, if they want to refinance and they aren't actively earning an income, that's a dagger.
Sure.
So until they return to work and they can show that they have a pay stub or show that their restaurant, for example, is operating, they won't be approved for a mortgage. So I think you see a temporary, for the most part, a temporary impact on the ability to refinance or purchase a home because of the impact on one's job.
Absolutely. So, Mike, what are some big tips or maybe recommendations that you would want home buyers to keep in mind? Whether it's a first-time home buyer, someone with an existing mortgage that's moving up or moving out, what are some things you would want them to be cognizant of as they start that process?
Yeah, that's good. So for a first-time home buyer or any home buyer, is before you go and look at a home, present an offer, you got to get pre-approved. The last thing you want to do is agree to terms on a contract for a new home. You're excited, and then you go to apply for the mortgage, and then you don't get approved.
Sure.
So really, you don't want to put the cart before the horse. And I think the horse is the pre-approval. Once you've done that, you've cleared that hurdle, shop away. Go find the house of your dreams.
Right.
I think also for those that have an existing mortgage, there's always opportunity in the market to possibly refinance. Reason being is that rates are volatile, like the stock market. They go up and they go down. So there's recommendations that you go to the dentist every 6 months, and I recommend to all my clients is do a mortgage checkup every 6 months. It takes just 2 minutes. There might be opportunity to cash out, pay off debt, pay off student loans, or simply just lower your rate or change your term. So like you should with the dentist, every 6 months, take 10 minutes and do a mortgage checkup with your lender. I think it's really important.
Awesome. Mike, tell us a little bit about what Luxury Mortgage offers for self-employed borrowers or self-employed homeowners. How do they help people in that kind of trade come through and purchase a home?
Yeah, so it's a great question, because a lot of self-employed borrowers will sometimes have trouble qualifying for a mortgage because of the way that their income is reported on their tax returns. We recognize that, and we have products to accommodate self-employed borrowers. If they don't fit the traditional Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loan, we have a portfolio program which recognizes that that self-employed borrowers might report income in a different way. We take a deeper dive before it even gets to a tax return. We see what the gross receipts are, for example. So we have a portfolio product that will accommodate self-employed borrowers that can't get approved for a traditional loan.
So, Mike, give us a little 10,000-foot view of what Luxury Mortgage's plans are for expanding. Where are you guys going next? What are the plans for expansion and moving forward? Where do you guys see yourself in the next few years?
So as a lender, we are currently licensed in, I believe it's 36 states. By the end of 2021, we will be in all 50 states. We have offices throughout the country, and we're not looking to open more offices. We're just looking to staff our offices with additional quality help. And so we are always actively hiring in almost all of our departments.
Mike, it was great chatting with you today. Thanks for the interview. Really appreciate it. Where can homebuyers reach out to you with Luxury Mortgage, get some more information, or work with you guys?
Yeah, Michael, it was great chatting with you as well, and I really appreciate the opportunity. My cell phone is with me 24/7, and I mean 24/7. And that number, and it can be reached anytime at 248-245-3174. I've filled all questions, all calls, and look forward to it.
Awesome. I've worked with Mike personally. I can recommend him as the highest quality lender I've ever been with personally. Thanks for the interview again. Great chatting with you.
Thank you.